Hey folks, Joshua here. Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, where last time we met Aliseliax and were dismissed by him because we could not show mercy to a cultist serving the demons. We met the dragon, learned a little bit about him, and was basically told, you guys are on your own, I'm not helping you, and it is what it is, right? So we have to figure out what we're doing next. At present, there's sort of two things on the map that we could look at. One is this Hell Knights outpost, where we need to bring Regil with us. The other is the Ivory Sanctum. There's not too much more on the map right now that we can do. At least not that I'm aware of. There's a lot of like... we want to get to the Heart of Mystery, but we have to conquer this fort first, and I don't think we're quite ready for that. We could go to Canabras with our friend Wenduag. You know what? Actually, why don't we start there? We can go to Canabras. Yes, and we can start by teleporting to Villarith Ford. So let's do that. And let's head down the river to Canabras. See if we can get to Neathholm. Take a day and an hour. Okay, we've moved over to the 10th. For some reason there were some, I don't know what these lore checks were. We succeeded on 2 and failed on 1. I don't know what that's about. Let's check in with the Crusade. We have an event. The archaeologist Lathamus has arrived in Dresden and seeks an audience with the leader of the Crusaders to propose an interesting adventure. Perhaps there's a side quest there. We look at our decrees. Raising heroes. 6 paladins and 8 marksmen for 2,000 finance points. What are we looking at? 4,600, but okay, we were saving up for 350 material points for something, but I also need to recruit before the week ends. What's this? Right to a pardon. Cultists, we don't want that. Is there like a way to dismiss a decree? I guess not. This one's repeatable too. Okay. Let's look at the campaign and look at recruits here. We can't afford more of the Bellflower Knights now. I think we will recruit these guys. 26 more. And then if I had 7.5 grand, I could get 22 more, but I don't. I think we're going to pass on the Axe Hunters and the Barbarians, and we're going to do our free search to see what other Merc units come up here. Okay, things that we want more of, really, because we want more stacks. The Stone Infantry, I believe, are super tanky, right? And they have a stun. They have decent speed. They're an armored infantry unit and a mythic unit. Lots of DR, acid resistance, lots of hit points, and decent AC. 25 to hit. Yeah, this is a good group to grab. The problem is I'm not sure when the week flips over. I'd rather have 9 more stone infantry than 28 more spearmen. So I'd have to invest some of my personal funds to ensure we could make this purchase. 39.15. We need 2,300 here. I think it's worth it. 2,300. It's costing me 11 grand, but that's enough to grab these guys. We're down to 28 now. Okay, it is what it is. I have some more magic items to sell, some more stuff to sell. So, I mean, we're not broke. We've still got over 100 grand, but I don't want to spend too much money on the Crusade, because eventually I would at some point maybe like to buy new gear for my party. But yeah, 15 of these guys, pretty strong. We might need them to take the fort over here. We're still fine for morale. We don't really need to send Nisa out. This has a thing that happened. Let's move these guys over here. There we go. Okay. I think we go back to the party. So we're going to need to rest at some point. We could probably rest at Canabras. Feels like this area should be safe. Okay, let's enter Canabras. I guess we still could get a random encounter there. Okay, so we're at the northern gates. We can travel to Neathholm. I guess it's going to take us more time. Yeah. How long is it going to take us to get here? 5 hours? All right, I can live with that. And then we'll rest once we get to... Well, should I rest now? Everybody's fatigued, but they're not exhausted yet, I don't think. Fatigue. 5 more hours might get us exhausted. I don't know if we're going to see combat the moment we get in here. I don't think so. So let's travel. It's been a while since we were back in Canabras. Oh, the market square is rediscovered. Interesting. Possibly we could go there before we leave. But let's enter Neathholm. And then I don't know if we have to rest at the tent or if we can just set up a rest here. I can sing with Orlin if we need to. Let's see. No, we can just rest right here at the entrance. Okay, great. I do feel like skill checks could be involved here, so I'm going to swap from... No, I'm going to leave it on mulled wine. Got to find more skullberries. But I think mulled wine is the right call. We will probably push pretty close to corruption here, but we're not that far. I don't know if we can't rest at the north gates and the defender's heart is like gone. I don't think there's a place to rest at the market either. Might be worth visiting. The first level corruptions, spell failure, -2 to wisdom and intelligence scores, -3 to combat maneuvers. That's not too bad. -1 on a save for wisdom, for will saves. A little bit of less damage on arcane stuff. Chance to fail. It's not too bad.
O light of the sword, Iomade, forgive me my sins, and do not leave me in the darkness. I am weak and undeserving of your grace, and still you grant it to me. And that means I still have something to hope for.
Okay, that was a success. We're doing well. Let's buff everybody. Make sure that's all still working. I should have... Oh, I've been forgetting to put true... No, I do have true seeing. Okay, yes. Got all our 24-hour buffs. That looks good. Is he wearing this? Summon all allies, including the wearer, within 30 feet. Gain a +2 weapon, +2 bonus to weapon damage rolls. So do you have... Yeah, you have the buff too. Okay, so that doesn't... That's not a... It's not just when you summon. It's a permanent effect for anyone within 30 feet. Okay. That's great. We're back to Neathholm, I guess. Yeah, we go and meet with Chief Sull here. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, this is interesting, coming from the other side. This was the tent. I wonder if the trader is here. The trader lady was like the first merchant we met in the game. I don't remember if she had any items that I wanted. I don't know where all of them are. They were scattered around last time.
Follow me.
Not too worried about it. Okay, they're all here. Chief Sull is here. Here's the lady. Dyra looks at you warily and at Wenduag with unconcealed fear. You're back? Shall we trade then? Okay, so I have a bunch of stuff that I could sell. We can always sell inflict wounds. There's like, honestly, there's a lot of stuff I could sell here, but I will probably do that off camera. If we look at all of our belts and rings and stuff, like natural armor +2, we can sell +1. We've got 3 mighty fists. I'll save 1. Epic songs. We're saving the stern hand for later. Couple belts. I can sell the ring of the procrastinator. I don't want anybody to wear that. That's worth a good amount. God, she's got some cash, huh? Okay, right off the bat. Some of these are worth a lot. 47,000? Okay. We can sell some trash armor and whatnot. Nobody has fervor. Yeah, we don't have a war priest. We'll sell that. Oh, I forgot to put this on somebody. Sanguinous Sundown. Breastplate +1 can go. So what's the difference between leather armor and studded armor? They're both light. This is 5. 0 armor check, 5 max dex. I guess this doesn't really matter. Very few people are going to have 6 max dex. So we'll sell that. And then we have heavy cultist shield, cultist heavy shield +1 we could sell. Okay. Weapons. Longbow +1. Keen +2. Shock +1. That all can go. What are these? Glaives. Great axe. Light mace. We'll hang on to the illustrious sweep. I don't think I have a need for the flaming star knife. And that gets us quite a bit here, 87 grand. Did she have anything I wanted? I'll take the potions here. I guess a couple potions of mage armor wouldn't hurt. And then, yeah, everything else she has is, like, prologue trash, right? Yeah, okay. Hey, 86 grand, I'll take it. That's almost 200 that we can spend. We can feel a little bit better about the money we spent on the crusade. All right, now... Oh, I've just noticed we're not mounted.
We'll make things right.
No reason to pause.
As for you... Yeah, you should mount as well. And then Arushale... Well, who's got the best persuasion? She's got 27. He's got 35? Holy mackerel. Yeah, we're not beating at 35. So, Darren, why don't you go talk to Chief Saul? Saul greets you with an anxious look.
Uplanders, back again? Congratulations on your victory in Canabras.
Wenduag rudely interrupts the chief. The master doesn't have time to listen to your empty chatter, Saul. He has a war to win, and instead of leading troops, he has come to personally... He has to personally come here for an army of underground crusaders. Where are the warriors? Where is the tribe militia? Why are they still not on the surface? Wenduag aggressively barks out the words at the stunned old man, who looks helplessly at the hunter, incapable of saying a word. How are things in the tribe?
Things are hectic. Everyone says it's time for the Neaths to take up their weapons and go fight the demons. But there are others. Of course, fewer, but their voices are loud. They're afraid of you. They think you've come with evil. You've brought a terrible fate to the Neaths.
Saul looks away and continues with feeling.
Of course, most are rooting for you, but we're a tribe. We have to listen to the voice of every tribesman. I hope you can persuade them.
And until we persuade them, you aren't sending the tribe anywhere? Have I got that right, Saul? You're a slippery one. Like a stone at the bottom of an underground stream. Come on, give me the name. Who still has doubts? It's Lan, right? Is he setting the tribes against us? Saul's voice becomes angry.
So what if it's land? Maybe he isn't ours, doesn't want to live like we do, but he's loyal to our people. He's never once disgraced it. And he knows how upland life works. That's why many listen to him now. And he has a right to speak even if you don't agree with him. Even if I don't agree with him, everyone speaks at a fire. And you, girl, you shouldn't be so impudent with me. I remember you learned to shoot a bow for the first time. I was old and smart even back then. You're still young and stupid.
All right. Did the demons show up again?
Of course they did. The Uplanders are celebrating victory, but they're still evil in the dark caves. Hunters go missing. It's like they hear some whispers in their heads, never calling them, luring them, as if their blood's calling them somewhere. Those who were weaker left, never returned, and as they were leaving, they mumbled that he would come soon, and all of us would be his.
Saul shakes his head hopelessly.
I don't know who they're talking about.
Haven't I earned your trust?
I trust you. Many others do too, but not everyone. And it means that if I lead a tribe, our families will be divided. Neaths can't be divided. That's how we die. That's why if we're leaving, we're all leaving together.
The mongrels must come with me and join the war. Saul starts laughing loudly.
Well, we need to gather at a fire and argue, persuade those who disagree. We can't give the answer now.
There's nothing to argue about. I'm not going with you, and none of those who believe me will. Wenduag, you betrayed your people when you decided to turn us into beasts of war to serve the Uplanders. When you decided to destroy our minds and our faith, replacing them with foul demonic power, how blackened is your heart that you would offer the lives and blood of your fellow tribesmen as payment for your rise to power? Were you eavesdropping, you little rat? You were probably dying of envy that the Master preferred my truth to yours. You better shut your mouth and get out of my way, or you'll regret it till the end of your very short life. Lan, come to your senses. I don't wish any harm on the mongrels. I'd like to believe you, but the fact that you relied on Wenduag's help says more about you than any words could. She can't wait to turn all the mongrels into a howling horde, crushing the enemy at her command. This army is not for me, but for my master. I will only be a military leader. Join us, Lan. I thought you wanted to go up to the surface with all the mongrels. I wanted to, sure, but not like this. He points at the smiling Wenduag. Just look at her. She'll either get us all killed or make us into demon slaves, and I don't know which is worse. Saul, bring Lan to heal.
What can I do? Lan's not one of us, but he is part of the tribe. And after the maze has fallen, many began to listen to him. He's got everyone thinking now, wondering, what's it like, this surface? Who are they going to ask if not Lan? What am I supposed to do with him? Put a bag on his head? Neaths don't do that. Everyone who is permitted to approach the fire is permitted to speak.
Well, I'm not leaving, and I don't have time to convince Lan, so what are we going to do? I suggest we settle our argument with a duel. The hunter looks furiously at Wenduag. I'm not a great hero, and I'm not a chief. But I'm not a coward who forgot his responsibility to his tribe either. That's why I'll be waiting for you in our cave, Wenduag. Come, and we'll fight for the future of the tribe. I know you won't stop until someone makes you. If I need a rope made of your guts to drag the Neaths up to the surface, I'll be happy to make it. Saul lowers his head grimly and mumbles,
It means there'll be a fight. Well, the customs of the tribe don't prohibit this. Otherwise, no unity can be achieved. I will ask you once. Don't shed the blood of your tribesmen. Settle your argument peacefully. And if you can't, then fight. I'm an old man. I can't stop you.
You notice the nearby tradeswoman and Lan exchange secretive looks. Okay, so maybe our food here is helping us out? Why can't I see my roll? Well, we succeeded. So yeah, the lady we just traded with and took 87,000 gold off of, and wow, does she have a lot of gold for an ether, has some sort of plan to like ambush or something? I don't know. Off he goes. Wenduag says softly, I thought Lan would bring us trouble. We'll have to get rid of him. The cave he was talking about isn't far from here. We used to hide away from the tribe there to spend some time alone. It's a good, quiet place. It will be easy to take care of him there without involving the rest of the tribe. Okay. I don't necessarily want Lan to die. If he's standing in the way of more forces, more crusaders, more whatever, like I'm not happy about Wenduag's plan to like subject them all to this ritual, but like there is that ruthless side to Orlin. If he gets a stack of 50 Wenduags out of it, like even if the other like, you know, 500 Neathers or however many there are, like have to be put down, there's a part of him that's willing to make that trade. Like to kill the demons, like they're just sitting down here doing nothing. He doesn't want them to die. He would do anything in his power to help them survive the ritual or whatever. And hopefully he's going to pressure her to help them as well. I mean, she wants them to succeed because she wants her own army. So like, is it risky? Yes. Is he willing to take the risk? Yes, I think he is. He doesn't see a better way to put these people to use, and he needs their strength. Like, Saul is a milksop. He's worthless. If Lan is standing in the way and the only way to get past him is to kill him, then we'll do it. But we'd like to preserve him too. The question is, can I point this traitor out and then also choose the good option? I think we have to, our first loyalty in this situation has to be to Wenduag. We're trying, like, I don't know if we can reform her, but like, she's our ally. She serves us well. We noticed something that she didn't. It's another demonstration of our power used for her benefit. So I think we have to point out the traitor. If we get the option after that, we'll try to convince him to back down. We'll see what she says, but we'll point at the traitor here. I think she and Lan are plotting something. Daira? That dirty bitch. We'll have to visit her before we go to Lan. I'll tickle her pretty face with my knife, and she'll tell us everything about our boy's plans. All right. And then imagine that he's having this conversation with her where, you know, if we have to kill him, we will, but let's at least try to convince him to back down. Scoffing with disdain, Wenduag nods. More talking? Fine. If you want to spare the scum after he dared talk back to you, I obey, Master. The Huntress's menacing words don't sound very sincere, as though she said them as a formality and not out of true feeling, but she said them. All right, let's talk to Daira. Inhaling loudly, Wenduag smiles broadly. I scent fear. What are you so afraid of, Daira the Coin? I think it is intimidation time here. We have a plus 35. Tell me what Lan wanted, or you'll talk to Wenduag. Hunching, Daira looks away and blurts out, Lan wanted potions. I go up to Canabra sometimes. I buy potions and powders I've never seen in our caves from their wizards, and they trade the potions for the prey. Our hunters kill in the caves. Lizard skin, bile, chitin. Lan promised me that he would give his kills to me for 100 gongs if I got a warrior strength potion for him on the surface.
Ha! He's so afraid. Pissing his pants, scrambling for help. Nothing will save him from my knife. And I'll punish anyone who helps him. Got that, traitor?
Tyra nods, scared, looking at you as if begging for protection. Okay. Well, the secret hideout is down there. We do apparently have a tiny bit of loot to pick up. Might as well. Where is it? Right here? Okay. We've got probably another 50, well, probably not 50, probably another 40 grand in scrolls that I could sell off, but I want to keep some of them. It's like, it's one of those things where it takes me 10 minutes to like pick through it and figure out exactly what I'm doing, so I'm not going to do that on screen here. All right, so I'm not worried about a strength potion for Lan. That's not going to say, like, if it's I'll let Wenduag do a 1v1. Even if he gets, like, leveled up to 12, he's not going to be built better than she is. And if he tries to take all 6 of us on, he's fucking stupid and dead. So we'll see what happens here. All right. Seeing you, Lan chuckles hopelessly. I see you've brought your new friends, Wendu. I was only expecting you. So that's how we're going to resolve our argument? As warriors? Just me, you, and your bodyguard? By the way, you shouldn't have intimidated Dyra. Hurting people who can't fight back? I'm embarrassed for you. Lan resolutely takes up a fighting stance. He lets out a grim sigh full of tired disappointment. Wendu, I trusted you. You turned out to be rotten to the core, like a mushroom riddled with mold. Well, now it's time to pay for your deception. You failed to see me as I truly am, but you're blaming your blindness on me? All you do is whine, Lan. You can't even kill someone without sniveling over them. Why are you getting in our way? Raising his head proudly, Lan holds his bow in a tight grip. You and Wenduag want to turn my people into your fighting animals, toss us into the fires of war like fodder. I won't just stand by and watch it happen. Idiot! Our fellow tribesmen are gaining the power that was destined for them. And you want us to keep languishing in poverty in these catacombs instead of going up to the surface and showing the world how strong the Neathers are. I wish no harm to the mongrels. I'm only helping you fulfill your destiny. We are underground crusaders, not underground demons. The path you've prepared for us isn't our destiny. You don't stand a chance against Wenduag. I wouldn't be so sure of that. I'm fighting for my tribe, but she's only fighting for herself. Little Lan's always wanted to be a hero, right? Well, in honor of what we had, I'll let you die as one. If you lose the fight, will you back down? Lan shrugs indifferently. If I lose, I'll be dead and no longer a thorn in your side. Wenduag bares her teeth in a rapacious snarl. She looks at Lan greedily and without remorse, like he's a piece of meat. Not if, when. Looks like a fight is inevitable. Lan nods grimly. And I'm asking you, stay out of it. You're not a mongrel. You don't decide our fate. Okay. Preaching about an honest fight. Honestly, if he's we're like 99% sure Wenduag is going to mop the floor with him. But if he goes to kill her, we might have to intervene. Law be damned. So we'll say what we're going to say here. Wenduag, you have to settle this conflict between the two of you. As you wish, Master. In this case, I'll settle it in the simplest and bloodiest way. By gutting this pathetic slug eater.
I'll bathe in your blood.
Okay, he beat her on initiative. Ooh, he gets one attack? I mean... is there any way to not just slaughter him here? He's got 1 hit point. Do I have, is there a non-lethal, I can't even remember. I don't think we've ever tried this. Is there like a non-lethal option? Treat affliction, demoralize, vital strike, fighting defensively. Because I know in Pathfinder you can make an attack that is non-lethal. Is there a way to do that in this? Like, he's got 1 hit point, bro. I feel like I don't have... Can I switch to her fist? I'll switch to her fist. Let's demoralize him here. Succeeded. He's shaken. He's got 1 hit point. He misses with an 18. Like, I don't think I have an option here other than to hit him with my fist. Charge. Yeah, there's nothing, right? I guess punch him.
This was unexpected.
Weakened by his injuries, Lan stubbornly raises his bow, spits the blood from his mouth, and smiles. When are we gonna stop dancing and start fighting? Lie down and stay down, Lan. Don't even try getting up. Even though the mongrel's no longer able to put up a fight, the huntress hesitates to deal the killing blow. Or what? You're going to kill me? You'll do that anyway. Suppressing a painful grunt that rumbles up from his chest, Lan rises with effort. Sorry, Wendu, but I'm not giving up today. Have you had enough, Lan? What are you talking about? I could do this all day. But seriously, no, I haven't had enough. If you want to get rid of me, kill me. But you won't be able to intimidate me and make me back down. Wenduag hisses angrily. You are such an idiot. You have a death wish. I don't want to egg her on. I don't want to tell her what to do. I want her to make the choice. I want her to make the choice. Does he? Ooh, this is such a good moment. What does Orlin want? I mean, they've been sleeping together, and he knows what she is. He's made all kinds of moral compromises in this pursuit of the defeat of the demons, right? Like, he took her on knowing what she is. But in this moment, perhaps he sees, like, he doesn't, how do I put this? He doesn't want to force anyone to choose differently. He is the biggest proponent of freedom. So the choice should always be hers, first of all. And second of all, you can't make someone become a better person. You can't make someone change their outlook. They have to choose it. He believes that. If there's any chance for redemption for her, it can't come from him. It will never come from him. It can only come from her. He sees her hesitating. He sees that she doesn't want to kill him, that she has some soft spot for him. He won't instruct her what to do. Freedom. Freedom of choice. Freedom to be who you want to be. Who do you want to be, Wenduag? I want to know, and so does Orlin. You decide what to do with him. Wenduag shrugs. What to do with him? Kill him. Of course. What else? The huntress stares at you and then, baring her teeth at Lan, bites out. Too bad we're in a hurry. We have demons to defeat. Otherwise, I'd have a lot of fun with you before I cut your throat. With every word, her voice sounds more sincere and bloodthirsty, mad rage burning in her eyes. Wendu, have you really forgotten everything? Are you really just going to kill me, your friend? I remember the old Wendu, the good Wendu. Wenduag replies with mocking laughter. Ha! Ha ha! I just kept you close because you were the next most skilled hunter. It doesn't mean I felt anything for you or considered you a friend. You're a dead weight dragging me down. So get out of my sight! I don't ever want to see you again, alive or dead! Wenduag strikes a blow with a desperate grunt. Did she? I think she killed him. I think she killed him. Okay, that was intense, you guys. Okay, wow. I honestly thought if we gave her the choice, she might not, like, she seemed like she didn't want to do it. But yeah, he's dead. Composite longbow +3. Bracers of armor +3. Wow, that was intense. That was intense. That do anything? +1. Conflict. Oh yeah, I've got that armor too, huh? Works for her. Ooh, I'm still shivering over that fight. Critical hits can blind enemies and do positive energy damage. Yeah. Who gets the most crits? I think it's you. You can wear this. It's -1 to AC, but you get another point of dexterity, so it's fine. You're not flanking anyone anyway. So yeah, you can wear this. Don't you get an extra point of dex here? I guess not. 1 less AC for her is fine. Now we have the chainmail of camaraderie. Whenever the wearer flanks an enemy, the wearer gets a +2 bonus to damage against flanked creature. If you have an outflank feature, the damage bonus increases to +4. So either I give this to her. I don't think so. You're at 32? That takes you down to 30. What do you have on? Just a mithril +2? All right. Yeah, you should be wearing this. You get +4 damage automatically whenever you're mounted on Meadow. That's that's pretty dope. Okay. I'm still blown away by the drama of that moment. That was pretty intense. I honestly thought if we gave her the choice, that maybe she would choose not to kill him. I could have made her walk away, I think. But, you know what? I told you guys what my reasoning was, what my roleplay was. The wearer of this ring gets a +1 bonus to attack while using point-blank shot. bonus to attack is very nice. You have the point blank shot feature, I believe. Precise shot. Point blank shot. Yes. You get this ring. You don't need a morale bonus on saving throws against disease. You need damage. +1 bonus to attack, damn. And then what do we do with the ring? Does anybody have a ring slot open? You do? You can have this. Great. Okay. Wow, yeah, I'm still like, I don't know if I would say I regret the way that played out, because it's such a memorable moment and it was such a strong piece of drama to give her the choice. I guess I'm curious if she would have walked away if we chose the quote-unquote good option, but you know what? I live with my roleplay choices. That's the only way to play a game like this. I don't think saves coming for roleplay choices is any fun at all. I think it ruins the experience. So yeah, that's it. We did what we came here to do. Let's go back and talk to Chief Saul and get that mongrel army started. I'm coming down, so you better get the army started. All right. That was not a particularly melodious rendition, but hopefully you got the reference there. All right, where's Saul? Hey, guess what? I killed Lan. Or Lan died in the duel. Where is everybody? Here. All right, silly boy.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
So what? Has Len back down?
Looking at Wenduag's cruel grin, Saul seems to understand everything and cringes in anguish. Lan is dead. Looking down, Saul sighs gloomily.
Destiny. Saw him learn to hold a bow when he was a little boy. He's always been devoted to the tribe. Was prepared to give his life for us. Daring. A true underground crusader.
Saul's worried eyes focus on the roof of the cave, as if the old man is trying to see beyond it. To see the sky he's never laid eyes on.
So, the time has come. The old prophecy is coming true. The underground crusaders going to the surface to seek vengeance against the demons for their grim lot.
Wenduag takes a resolute step forward. It's not you who will lead them to the surface, Saul. We need a new chief. Young, strong, ready for hard trials. We are going to war, where your experience will count for nothing. So I will lead the tribe. I, Wenduag, the strongest hunter in Neathholm. Is there anyone here who would dispute my right to lead the tribe and our people? A satisfied smile plays on Wenduag's lips as she watches her kid nod and mumble approvingly. You see, Master, the army I promised you is in your hands. The Neathers will show their true might, and we'll never have to live in these dank caves again. I will lead this army in your name, and we will rip to shreds anyone who dares to resist you. Wenduag's ecstatic speech turns into a battle cry that spreads throughout the village, echoed by the other mongrels. The hour of our destiny has come. The underground crusaders are marching to the great battle. Do I talk to him again?
Farewell, Neathholm. My gut tells me I will never come back to your caves.
So we're done? Wenduag, the invincible huntress, is leading the mongrel tribes to great battle to forge the future for people in blood and fire. Do we just leave now? Do you have anything else to say here? Okay, I guess we just leave. All right, bye. I sort of thought there would be one last cutscene where like Wenduag kind of like talks to us or something, or we get teleported somewhere and see the new units or whatever. I guess it is what it is. So the quest is done, right? Was that was a companion quest? Underground Army. Yeah, I think it's done. It's complete. Okay. I don't know when, do they show up as recruitable units or mercenaries or what? I don't really know what it means. I guess it's either that or they'll show up at some future event. They'll be like, the Neathers are here. Okay. Little teeny tiny bit anticlimactic there in terms of how it ended, but yeah. I guess that's what it is. Interestingly, we can't actually access the Crusade while we're in Canabras, huh? Okay. Should we... I guess we could check and see if there's anything. Location's not available. All right, then I can't teleport home. All right, we gotta travel the hard way back to the northern gates. Another 5 hours burned. Okay. And we're done with Canabras. Okay. I'm actually not sure what to do next. We don't know anything about the Mad Half-Elf woman. We don't have anything for this at the Nameless Ruins. We can't get to the Heart of Mystery until we control this fort. We can go to the Ivory Sanctum, or we can go to the Hell Knights Outpost. I think probably we do the Hell Knights Outpost next. That seems reasonable, which means we go home and trade out Arushale for Regil. she's not seeing a lot of action, but it is what it is. Okay, let's head back to Dresden. We did make a bunch of money, so I don't know, do I want to, I mean, we already have a stack of them. Having more couldn't hurt. I want to spend 1,600 here? I don't think so. These guys will probably show up again. They're crappy enough that I feel like the game will constantly give them to me. I think we need to build, we need to save up for next week, because there's going to be more stuff next week, and we need to save up to build some buildings too. So I think we will let these spearmen go. Okay, so we made it to Dresden. I guess we enter and swap out. We haven't been back to the tavern. I don't think there's anything new here, but we could check it. We need to swap out for Regil anyway. Nothing new here. Okay. There was like somebody over here, I think. Raybor's over here. I guess I could check in with him. Raybor nods to you politely. As always, wisps of sweet smoke rise from his pipe. Can I help you, Commander? Tell me about your craft. Like any master of his craft, I can talk for hours about the subtleties of my trade and my finest works. Or would you prefer to test me yourself? What's the most important thing in an assassin's work? Greybor chuckles.
The first rule of an assassin, bring the head back with you. Seriously though, tactics and equipment are what matters. The winner isn't the strongest, but the one who strikes first, so long as that's also last. When I get a job, I don't rush into things. Let the victim know they're being hunted. Let them reinforce their guards, trust no one, and fall into paranoia. And only when the victim is exhausted, at the end of their tether, do I come in to wish them sweet dreams. It might sound funny, but believe me, no one's laughing in that room.
Are you haunted by remorse?
Not at all. I've met a lot of good people, but many of them had a generous price on their heads. Everyone is a thorn in someone else's side. For some reason, folks imagine the good lads have fair right to ruin the lives of the bad ones, but not the other way round. But it's only the morals of the majority that determine who's good and who's a villain, and those morals shift every day. I've been to many different places, talked to many different people, and the morals were different everywhere.
So, the first part of this, some people just have to die, and the sooner the better. That's 100% true. Orlin agrees with that. I don't know if he's sure that Greyboar's killed more scumbags than good people, but like most good people, I think probably... well, there's a difference between good people and innocent people. Innocent people probably don't get targeted for assassination. Good people certainly can, because good people are trying to stop bad people from doing bad things, and the bad people could quite easily be like, I know how I'll solve this problem. Greybor, dun 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 dun. But I like the first part of this, and we are a pretty chaotic guy. We're not judging Greybor. We're curious about how he perceives himself. But I think this is fine. Some people just have to die. The sooner the better.
Killing good people doesn't tend to pay very well. It's the dangerous, twisted, bloody sons of bitches who fetch the highest bounty. That's why they're my specialty.
New alignment, chaotic good. Was I not chaotic good before? Okay. Tell me about your best kill.
The most difficult one was a professor at the Clockwork Cathedral in Absalom. The very existence of this wizard mechanic was a secret, and almost nobody knew his face or his name. Hunting him down was a symphony of violence and hard tactics. I had to sneak through his secret underground palace. It looked like a wind-up doll house put together by a psychopath. No rational mind could have invented such intricate traps. And there were mechanical cutlass spiders everywhere. They nearly took 2 fingers and an ear. The professor was a dangerous bloke. Day and night, he wore a deadly mechanism as a sort of armor, which made him look like an 8-legged, steam-spewing winged monster. But I came prepared. A tomb raider from Assyrian had taught me how to avoid the traps. And I opened up his armored suit with a lick-toed goblin sword. It's not even a sword, more like a giant can opener. They used them to pull fallen knights from their armor to devour later. I digress. I tore open his armor and saw his true form. Don't ask me what it was. I'll just say it was very unexpected. The mechanic went berserk and attacked me with incredible force. He was too much for me, and I had to flee. The fool thought he'd won until he realized I'd reassembled all his traps into a giant death machine. 2 minutes after I escaped, his palace turned into a cloud of dust. Without his immaculate armor, my mark was sent on his merry way to... well, I suppose he's on a plane for broken golems and music boxes.
You must value your reputation a pretty good deal. Greybor nods with dignity.
Of course. In my line of work, reputation's everything. It keeps away the random fools who are looking for a fight. And The right people know I can be trusted. Anyone who has no care for their reputation, no better than a frog-eating kobold. There's no doing business with those hacks. The best you can do is use them for a job and then kill them afterwards. Whereas I, as a professional with a name, demand respect from the client.
Do you worship any of the gods? I know there's a god of assassins.
It's my family's way to worship Torog, but he's not my god. Many craftsmen venerate Torog, and I consider my work a craft, but Torog's priests also say that he abhors murder. Either way, I name another god as my patron. Norgorber, the god of dark and unlawful actions. He and I, we have an understanding. Norgorber Blackfingers is my patron. Unlike many of the other gods, he himself was once mortal, which makes him honest. His teachings are built upon the grim truths of the streets that raised me. Norgorber will not try to fool you. He'll never demand that you achieve perfection. After all, everyone knows that he's not perfect himself. Countless psychopaths and other scum worship him too. Butchers who've conducted mass murders call him Father Skinsaw. Bone-headed street vermin thank the Grey Master for a bunch of coins they've managed to wrest away from a passerby. And of course, the most despicable of them all, those who praise Norgorber as the Reaper of Reputation. Those disgusting, rotten rats. Politicians.
No more questions.
If you have any more, come to me. I have some experience, and I'm willing to share.
Lots of interesting questions there. We can come back and talk to him. It's actually, there's a few of my companions that have a few things I haven't talked to them about yet. So there's a little bit of that I've been neglecting, perhaps. Oh, Ivu's chilling here. I need to talk to her, I think, for example. We're not going to do that this episode. What was I looking to do? Oh, right. I need to level up Regil and then head out. What's happening here? Oh, I thought we were getting a cutscene. Okay, so Regil hits level 12. Let's remind ourselves how he's built. So he has 2-weapon fighting, which works with his double weapon thing. Weapon finesse. Right, he's got dex and some strength. But with weapon finesse, that means he uses dex instead of strength on attack rolls. Okay. Fighter's finesse. Improved 2-weapon fighting. Precise strike. Did anybody else have precise strike? I don't remember that. Improved critical on the double gnome hooked hammer. Okay, threat range is increased. We also have weapon focus, weapon specialization, greater weapon focus, outflank, a few other things. Okay, so the focus stuff he has, improved critical he has, some weapon finesse. All right. Let's keep going down the Armiger fighter path here. I feel like probably, I know it wants me to put strength in, but I feel like eventually we'll end up getting a way to put the dex instead of strength on the damage. So I think we keep going down the dex route here. We'll put points into stuff he's got. And right, for level 12, no feats, nothing interesting. Okay. But he does also have his Mythic Path upgrade. Improved critical mythic is good, but I think we want weapon finesse. Yes, you may also use your dexterity modifier instead of your strength on your damage rolls. The other would be to improve penalties, or rather, there's like, I Where's the weapon focus mythic thing? Am I not eligible for that? Okay, hold on. Oh, I already have this. That's what it is. Okay. Then in that case... Do I want to improve critical? We already have the benefit of the increased range. This adds the multiplier. I think weapon finesse is the better pick here. There's more damage from this later. This is basically going from 2 to 4 right now, but later it goes up. Maybe reducing attack penalties is better, just to hit more. All right, we'll take 2 weapon fighting mythic here. I think that's fine. And then if we look at his gear, I don't know if I'm going to strip Wenduag here. We can just give him like sort of good enough stuff here. He can wear the mithril breastplate, or yeah, let's give him the mithril breastplate here. He's got 4 dex, so we get the max dex bonus here. He also has weapon training, so he can wear heavier stuff, but let's give him this for now. He's going to the front. I might have to find him something a little bit better. Obviously, we keep the honorable judgment here. This is only +2, but we have not found a better one for him, so that's fine. Let's grab... We got Constitution, Strength. I guess we go Strength. He's not an Azata, so the stern hand doesn't matter. Intelligence or charisma doesn't really matter. We don't have anything better. I guess he can have intelligence. We got a backup cloak for him. We can give him a natural armor bonus. Sure. Puts him at 25. We don't have a shirt for him right now. Or much of anything else by way of like rings or whatever. I might need to grab something off of Ruchele. What does she have? Yeah, we can take the Ring of Protection here, I think. I actually think we take the belt as well. And then we give these back to her when she's back on. Somebody else is going to need to take the lockpicking kit and the imp. Let's go back to Regil. We can have, I guess we can have him ride Bismuth as well, which means she's on foot, but what can I do? You need a ring, and you need, yeah, the Dex belt. Better for you. Okay. That puts you at 30 AC, that's fine. Let's give you Bismuth. So, yeah. Let's give you Bismuth. And then we're going to need a new person. Who's going to be our new trickery person? 17. You're not coming with. Not you. I guess it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be Wenduag probably. Yeah, okay. All right. So I think with that, we are set up and ready to take him out. The only person who hasn't been leveled up right now is Psycho, Camellia. That's fine. So we're good to go here, I think. Yeah, seems fine. And that means we are good to wrap up the episode because the next thing we're going to do is to take him to the outpost and find out what's going on there. So we'll head out and we'll be back next time with more of this story. But that is going to be it for this time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. That one, I thought that one was awesome. The story with Wenduag and Lan, and the confrontation and the like tenseness of trying to decide, do we let her make her own decisions? Do we nudge her the way we want her to go? Do we leave her freedom? Like the role play in this one was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, we got to call it quits somewhere. So it's going to be right here, right now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.